Hello Virgo, thank you for joining me. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. Virgo, this is your Fairy Oracle reading for February going into March 2021 or thereabouts. I've done a pre-shuffle of the Fairy Oracle cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle now for you and get straight into your reading. It is a general reading, Virgo, so it won't resonate with all of you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, right, let's see what the energies want to say to you at this time, Virgo. Right, so we have the heart of your reading, the challenges to that, the what's in your power ×2. And then dependent on lots of things, their possible outcome, and then something else that the energies would like to say to you at this time, which could be in the form of guidance or some advice or clarity even. So at the bottom of the deck we have Arval Parrot. So this is about communication in its various forms. So there's something about communication that's significant for you at this time, Virgo. Arval Parrot is pointing to his throat chakra. And the throat chakra is about talking, speaking. In particular, I think probably responses to something. Because his antennae are lit up at the ends there, which is receiving communication. And then replying perhaps. But so there's something about communication of some sort, Virgo, that's significant for you at this time. So we'll see. I'll just take that and put it to one side. And another shuffle. And could we have clarifying cards for all of the cards on the table, please? Thank you. And at the bottom of the deck here we have Solus, a fantastic energy. It's a masculine energy, it's a yang energy. But when Solus comes forward, he energizes, he provides warmth, he's very creative energy. And he energizes all of the cards, the rest of the cards within the reading. He does actually, in some contexts, shed light on situations. So let's see, I'll just put that to one side also. So we've got communication and we've got the energizing energy of Solus. So at the heart of your reading, Virgo, we have Mike the My Answer, and we have Flaff the Footer. Well, Mike the My Answer, this is about looking for the messages, the subtle messages around. They're not loud messages. They're not. It's just very subtle. But the universe or the elementals are trying to give you a nudge in some way. But you see here, the fairy here is looking to the past, and is very sort of preoccupied with what he's looking at. He's not aware of his surroundings. But there's lots of little faces in the ivy, and these little faces are trying to give him a hint about something, trying to give him a nudge about something, but he's not picking up on it. So I think the message of this for yourself, Virgo, whoever this is for, is just look out for these subtle little messages, synchronicities perhaps, or thoughts. It could be a thought or an intuitive idea, but you know, the energies find a way of communicating with you, and they do it very subtly initially, but if you are not able to pick up on it, then they may start to shout a little bit louder in a different way. So that's the message of Mike the My Answer. Now Flaff the Footer, this is very much about staying grounded. Your ruling planet, Virgo, is Mercury, which is very much of the mind. You are a deep thinker, although you're an earth sign, very practical minded. grounded in many ways. However, because your ruling planet is Mercury, you are very much in your mind quite a lot. And because of that, it's very important that you do activities that help to keep you grounded. Here, Fluff the Footer is massaging his feet. So, you know, in a very simple way, that is a good way of grounding, you know, giving yourself a massage, if you like, massaging your feet. Walking bare feet on the grass in nature, if it's safe to do so, of course. Having a bath, having a shower is very good at grounding. Wearing deep earth colours is also another way. Meditating is another way of grounding yourself. So all of these activities are going to help you, because you know, it could well be that you're so focused on what you're doing at this time that you're not picking up on the subtle clues that the energies are trying to send to you about something. All right, so try to keep yourself grounded, and then put your aerial up, if you like, and be aware of little messages or little subtle clues about something that are around. And I'm very aware of, I'm just drawn back again to Arval Parrot, which is something about communication. So, you know, it could be that somebody is trying to communicate something to you, for example, but you're not listening, you're not aware, and it's because it's very subtle at the moment. But if you continue to be unaware or not listening, then, you know, it may not be so subtle in the future. So just to be aware of that for whoever this is for, Virgo. All right, what are the challenges for you at the moment? Well, we have Penelope Dreamweaver, and we have the Dark Lady. So Penelope Dreamweaver, this is about hopes, wishes, aspirations, dreams, what it is you're wishing for, wanting, you know. So, and very much the message of Penelope Dreamweaver is listen to your dreams, tap into your intuitions. You know, what is it that your desires, what is it you are wanting? What is it that's coming through for you in your intuition or in your dreams? And it very much links in with my answer, you know, something coming through very subtly that you need to raise your awareness about. But this is a challenge for you, you see. It's a challenge for you at the moment. And the clarifier is the Dark Lady. And it's not gender specific, but the Dark Lady is, it's an energy about going deep within, meditating, coming away from the crowd, having quiet time, getting to the source of who you are, for example. Perhaps there's a period of change happening around you, and you know you need to have some quiet time and meditate to perhaps get some answers or find out, you know, how you fit in with the overall scheme of things because of your inherent nature, perhaps, or character or personality, because we can all respond differently, can't we, to external influences. All right, but these are challenges for you. Now, if the Dark Lady isn't a part of yourself, Virgo, then this may be somebody you're connected to, who has hidden depths, for example, and is often going back to source within themselves to get the answers to things. But this can be a challenge for you. Okay, I'll just put those down a minute. So what's in your power at the moment, Virgo? Well, we have the Singer of Transfiguration and we have the Bright Mother. Now, the Singer of Transfiguration, this is the phoenix rising up from the ashes. So there definitely has been a period of change. There has been something that, it may be an internal change or internal and external changes, but you're now rising up, and it's good, you know, you can't put the ashes back together again, they're gone, but that's a positive thing, because as you're rising up anew, you know, changed, transformed. So So this is within your power at the moment, and I feel this is suggesting that this is certainly something that's happening within some of you, Virgo. Now, the clarifying card is the Bright Mother, and this is very much the feminine principle, which is about nurturing, caring for others, compassion and empathy, putting others before yourself, going the extra yard to make sure everybody else has what they need. It can be about fertility also. So there's something about this Bright Mother energy. This may be reflecting an aspect of yourself, Virgo, and that things are changing within you and around you, and that you're rising up anew. If this is not yourself, Virgo, then this is somebody connected to you, and things have changed, you know, transformed, or it's the energy, just the energy of the Bright Mother, which is the very nurturing, new beginning type energy, fertility perhaps for some of you. All right, leading to a bit of a new beginning. So this is within your power position, Virgo. Take it how it resonates for you in particular. And what else is in your power? Well, we have the Singer of Initiation and we have the Sage energy. The Singer of Initiation, this is when you've been, I call this the apprenticeship card, when you've had to face challenges, obstacles, blockages in your path, if you like. But for every challenge that you've overcome, you've learned something, and you've become stronger and more wise and knowledgeable. So the initiation process, I feel this is something that you have been going through, Virgo, and ultimately has led on to this Singer of Transfiguration, because this one, this is what happens before going into this energy, the transfiguration energy. So you've gone through your paces, you've had the challenges, you've surmounted all the challenges, you've learned a lot from that, and now you're rising up completely different, completely anew. That's fabulous. And wiser, so because we've got the Sage here. So this is very much about what goes on in the mind, which I've already talked about concerning the sign of Virgo. So the Sage, this is about inner wisdom as well as external wisdom. So having clear insight, being able to go within, as we've seen a little bit with the Dark Lady here, although that was a bit of a challenge for you. So the Sage it's slightly different to the Oakman. The Sage is, perhaps if I say, is more up to date, more contemporary with his wisdom. He does keep up with the times, with the changing times. He does understand that things change, that we have to keep up to date. But nevertheless, he brings wisdom to anything that he encounters. So I just feel that that the Sage, along with the Singer of Initiation, as you've been initiated, jumping through the hoops and facing the challenges, then I feel you've brought a lot of wisdom and thought, and you've gained a lot of wisdom as a result of the initiation processes that you've been going through, Virgo. And it's helping you to bring the Sage wisdom to the fore with any future challenges going forward. So these are all within your power energies, Virgo. So all things being equal, a possible outcome here now is the Friends and Tom the Poet. So friends, this is about having support from people, friends, family, community, people that we trust and that they trust us. So this is having total trust, sharing the same values going forward, being on the same page. So, that sort of an energy. And then the clarifier is Lom the poet. And Lom the poet, bit of a dreamer energy. However, if you start talking to Lom the poet about poetry, about writing, reading, those sorts of art forms, then he'll suddenly wake up and become very much in the present, because this is what sparks him. This is what does it for him. All right, this is all part of his nature and personality. So, you know, I feel that what this is saying as an outcome, it could be that you have a friend, a close friend who's very supportive, who has Lom the poet energy. Now, it's not to say that they are poets or writers. They could be. You know, this friend could be, have this sort of a personality. But it could be a friend that has something that really, really sparks them, that they're really, really into, that really wakes them up, if you like, and then become on the same page as yourself, Virgo. Or this could be saying this is an aspect of yourself, Virgo, that, you know, there is something, you know, and you're able to share whatever this is about yourself. You're able to share that with like-minded friends. So you're able to offer them support and they're able to offer you support. Because there's definitely something about communication that was right at the beginning. Solus, the energy, the energizing energy that brings in a lot of success and achievement and power, but it also sheds light on situations. Certainly you've been going through a period of initiation, of transformation, but you've gained a lot of wisdom as a result. And it could well be that you're able to share that with somebody or with certain friends. I think the challenges for you are your own personal wishes and dreams. You know, knowing exactly what it is that you want. You know, that possibly is one of the challenges for you. But look out for subtle signs going on around you. And I feel it may be something to do with somebody trying to communicate something to you. You know, and keep grounded. So what would the energies like to say to you in the form of advice or support or guidance? Well, we have Neris the Alchemist and Ecstasis. So Neris the Alchemist, it doesn't surprise me that she's come forward, because this is about inner alchemy. This is a transformational energy. So you see Neris, she's got her back turned on the past. So, you know, everything she's done and learned from the past, she's now turned her back on it, because that's done, dealt with. But she's now going forward, and because things have changed for the positive, but they have changed. There's no going back. It's that sort of an energy. And of course, it's very similar to the singer of Transfiguration, which you've already had out. So there's certainly been a lot of change, alchemy change. So this is internal changes that have happened. But you are a lot more clear now in where you're going. And you can see that Neris the Alchemist is looking at ecstasis. And ecstasis is that sheer ecstasy. It's when something happens, it's those moments of time when we feel ecstatic about something. So there's something about the change that's happened within you and around you, Virgo, that you're absolutely over the moon about. Really, really over the moon about it. And that could well be why Solus came forward. Because he does bring a lot of energy, a lot of joy and happiness and optimism, as well as shedding light on situations. But he does energize all the rest of the reading. He makes the rest of the reading even more so. And underneath Solus, we have the Master Maker. And this is the lovely energy. And this is when you are at the top of your game, when you are excelling at what you do, and the Master Maker says, do even better now. You can achieve even more now. Rather than being the master, you are become the Master Maker. So you're able to go up, keep going up in whatever it is you are specialising in. Okay, lovely reading. Now I'm just going to get 2 more messages for you, Virgo, just to finish your reading. So could we have 2 more messages for Virgo, please, just to finish this reading? Wow, well, we have 2 very similar looking cards here, don't we? And they are very, very similar messages. Okay, so we have Desert Passage, which is about trust that there's a divine plan. And we have Ascending the Mountain, keep going forward. So trust there's a divine plan. So the Desert Passage, this is when we are facing the challenge of negotiating a way forward. So there's a challenge, some form of a challenge, some form of a way forward in the next stages that you're going to have to negotiate your way forward. And that may link in with the communication and they may answer a need to listen to the subtle messages around, and also, you know, having supportive friends around, and people who specialise in certain areas, drawing on your wisdom, because this is a time of great change, I feel, for whoever this is for, Virgo. So there's still some obstacles on the way that you are going to negotiate. So as you ascend the mountain, keep going forward. Don't look back, as Neris the alchemist doesn't. She doesn't look back, she only looks forward. All right? And it's going to bring you great joy. But keep going forward. You're going to get there. You know, you're going to conquer the mountains. Because these challenges are put there for a reason. The obstacles are put there for a reason, for you to overcome them, and then come out the other side stronger and wiser. You know, and it says here, trust that there's a divine plan for you. It's all part of the plan, your life plan, Virgo. Okay. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. Whoever this was for, I hope you've enjoyed the reading. And it's given you little bits of something else to think about. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.